Shalom Yasharella, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For he's worthy to be praised for everything. As always, I'm going to start off with Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua. That's in the name of the anointed Savior, Mashiach Yahushua. We give thanks to the Most High for everything, by Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua. So, we're looking at coming together to give testimonies tomorrow for the Shabbat, miracles and phenomenal things that have happened in our lives, and give testimonies of them, so others can hear and they can give their testimony of what they've experienced in life. And I'm quite sure all of you should have something to say, So I'm hoping that a lot of people will come and give their testimonies. We don't need a lot. I mean, I know people that we can go for a long time, very long time. You see, so I'm allotting 7 minutes per testimony, and then we'll just start all over again. And as others come up to give their testimonies, then we'll start all over again and give your testimony, another testimony, and we'll work it like that, which should be, fairly well, I hope that we get a lot of brothers and sisters to come in and be involved. But if not, like I say, it's at least in my life, I've seen so many miracles and so many things that's phenomenal that I can go 7 minutes a few times, I think, But I hope that you'll join us on a conference call, because that's the only thing really that I've been using that I really can know how to operate. So let's go over some miracles. Let's look at 1 Kings 17:6. Because everything that we're looking at is coming from the Most High, first and foremost. He is the one that brings forth all the miracles on this earth through whoever and whenever. On the fourth day, I was going through miracles, talking about miracles on the left-hand side. Whereas people receive miracles in their life. Some of you probably receive miracles and wicked as ever. Could care less about the Most High. Matter of fact, you probably think you the Most High. Because the Most High reign on the just and the unjust. So yes, this applies to both the righteous and the wicked. But there is a judgment. And when that judgment comes, then you're going to find out that you should have believed in the Most High, the one that allowed you not to fall in your wickedness. So let's go to Elijah. Let's go to 1 Kings, the 19th chapter, and the first verse. 1 Kings, the 19th chapter, the first verse. And Ahab, this wicked king of Judah, told Jezebel, his wicked wife, all that Elijah had done, and with all how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. You see, Elijah took down these wicked prophets with a sword, right? So she said, hey, just like you did them, she said, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, knowing that, hey, this is a wicked woman, Jezebel. So he ran for his life and came to Beersheba, which belonged to Judah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a juniper tree. And he requested for himself that he might die, and said, it is enough. Now, O Most High, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers. And as he lay and slept under the juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said unto him, arise and eat. Angel came and touched him and said, arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and laid him down again. And the angel of the Most High came again the second time, and touched him. The angel of the Most High came and touched him, and said, arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of the Most High. And he came thither unto a cave and lodged there. And behold, the word of the Most High came to him, and he said unto him, what doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Most High power of hosts. See, I've been very jealous for the Most High power of hosts. For the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant. Wicked Israelites, forsaken the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, as it is this day. 2/3 of our people. Thrown down thy altars, wicked Israelites. And slain thy prophets with the sword, and I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. And he said, go forth and stand upon the mountain before the Most High, and behold, the Most High passed by. Well, in the spirit, because ain't nobody ever seen the Most High. But they put Lord there. That's a word that the Edomites created, Lord and God. The power passed by, and a great and strong wind rent the mountains. The strong wind is going and breaking pieces the rocks before the Most High. But the Most High is always there, but he always sent a messenger. Remember, you talk about the angel. Let me make sure you understand that, because St. John 1:18 says this. St. John 1:18, first chapter, 18th verse. No man has seen the Most High at any time. I'll read you again. No man have seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son, who is a Mashiach Yahushua, the anointed Savior, in the old covenant, as the angel of the Most High, as the Spirit of the Most High. And after he rose, walked the earth for 3 days, 40 days, rose on the third day, walked the earth for 40 days, and ascended to the right hand side of the Most High, became the Spirit of the Most High again. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he have declared him, you see. So, anybody ever seen the Most High? The Most High said the heavens can't contain him. How you going to put him in the little spot here on the earth? Say, earth is my footstool. Put your heel on the footstool. That's on a footstool. How you gonna put him anywhere? But he's everywhere because he's a spirit. That's what St. John 4:24 says. The Most High is a spirit. So, but he's in everything. So I made this. I did this. That's why miracles, we got to give the glory to the Most High. Listen, 1 Kings 9:11. And a great wind, a great and strong wind, rent the mountains and break in pieces the rocks before the Most High, but the Most High was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake, but the Most High was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire, but the Most High was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice. And it was so, when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in his mantle. He put his mantle over his face and went out and stood in the entering in of the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, what doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Most High power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. And the Most High said unto him, go, return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus. And when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. And Jehu the son of Nimchi shalt thou anoint to be king over Israel. And Elisha the son of Shaphat of Abel Meholah shalt thou anoint to be prophet in thy room. And it shall come to pass that him that escapeth the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay. So if they escape Hazael, then Jehu gonna get him, gonna kill him. And him that escaped from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay. You hear that? So you get away from Hazael, Jehu gonna get you. You get away from Jehu, Elisha gonna kill you. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel. Because he said, hey, I'm the only one. Elijah said, he's the only one. So I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal or Satan or the devil, and every mouth which have not kissed him. So he departed thence and found Elisha the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him. Hear that? 12 yoke of oxen before him. How big were we? How large were we really? 12 oxen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like this. Come on now. You better ask somebody. You put 12 oxen before you, and you're going to hold the rein and plow. Y'all better recognize 12 yoke of oxen. That's what Moses say. Moses say he had to diminish our size and our strength to bring us into captivity, as it is written. Look, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him, and he with the 12. And Elijah passed by him and cast his mantle upon him. See. And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said, let me, I pray thee, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow thee. And he said unto him, go back again, for what have I done to thee? And he turned back from him and took a yoke of oxen and slew them. Took a yoke of oxen and slew them, and boiled their flesh with the instruments of the oxen and gave unto the people. And they did eat. Then he arose and went after Elijah and ministered unto him. Look, let's look at when the Mashiach Shai fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Look at Matthew, the 4th chapter. And Satan tempted him 40 days and 40 nights. Matthew, the 4th chapter. And verse 11. It said, then the devil leaving him. When the Messiah kept going to the law to rebuke Satan, which is a solution for those that have ears to hear. Read that law out loud. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. See? That's why it tells you in Hebrews 13 and 2. It says, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. You see? So you think they're regular people, but you have entertained angels unawares. And as I'm going over this, I'm remembering, my memory is remembering certain things in times when it had to be an angel that appeared before me and before others that was with me and brought forth miracles. Let's go back to 1 Kings. Go back to Elijah. Eighteenth chapter. Let's look at Elijah was one of the heaviest prophets of old, and let's look at 1 Kings 18, because he put a challenge on these men that were dealing with Baal worship. So let's let's start at verse 22. Let's start at verse 21. Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long shall ye be between two opinions? If the Most High be your power, follow him. I can say that to you. If the Most High be your power, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. They ain't saying anything. They ain't know where he's coming from. Then said Elijah unto the people, even I only, remain a prophet of the Most High. But Baal's prophets are 450 men. Remember, he thought this, we was in chapter 19. So he thought he was the only one. Most High said he got 77,000 that have not bowed the knee to Baal. That's why he's saying this. Because Elijah is thinking, I'm the only one left. But Most High always have a remnant, you see. So he said, the Baal prophets are 450 men. 450 men. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks. It's a challenge. And let them choose 1 bullock for themselves and cut it in pieces and lay it on wood and put no fire under. And I would dress the other bullock and lay it on wood and put no fire under and call ye on the name of your gods. Call on the name of your gods. And I will call on the name of my power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Most High said that's his name forever, memorial to all generations. And the power that answers by fire, let him be the Most High. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. So they agreed to it. And Elijah said unto the prophet of Baal, choose you one bullock for yourselves and dress it first, for ye are many, 450, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire on it. Don't put no fire on it. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it and called on the name of Baal from morning unto evening, morning even until noon, saying, "Oh Baal, Salaki both side about Shobashik, because y'all supposed to be calling on other gods, but it's, I'm gonna just for sake of what it says, oh Baal, hear us." Actually, most I forgive me. But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them. He started making fun of them. And said, cry loud, for he is a God. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, he's going after something, chasing something, or he is in a journey, or peradventure, perhaps he's sleeping. Maybe he's asleep. It must be waking. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances. So you see these people that's believing in Satan and the devil and Baal worship, they cut themselves. It's not just something that the Most High told us not to do. As Israelites, they cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances, till the blood gushed out upon them. They kept cutting themselves, they slice a little bit, then they kept cutting themselves till blood started coming out of their bodies. And it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, like I said, all the way to evening, from morning to evening, that there was neither voice, nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and he prepared the altar of the Most High that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, unto whom the word of the Most High came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. The Most High changed Jacob's name to Israel, and we became the Israelites. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Most High, and he made a trench about the altar. So he made a trench all around the altar. As great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid them on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. So he said, pour this water on it. And he said, do it the second time. Not only the first time, he said, do it another time. Put all this water on it. And they did it the second time. And he said, do it the third time. So they did it 3 times, putting this water all over the altar and filling the trench up with water. And they did it the 3rd time. And the water ran round about the altar. And he filled the trench also with water. So he filled all the round, remember, dug a trench all around the altar. He filled that also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Let it be known this day that thou art the power in Israel, that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Most High, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Most High, and that thou hast turned their heart back again, turned their minds back again into the Most High. Then the fire of the Most High fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Most High, the Most High, the Most High, the Most High, He is the power. The Most High, He is the power. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them. Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there, killed every last one of them. How many? 450. And Elijah said unto Ahab, get thee up, eat and drink. But there is a sound of abundance of rain. So Ahab went up to eat and to drink, and Elijah went up to the top of Carmel, and he cast himself down upon the earth and put his face between his knees and said to his servant, go up now, look toward the sea. And he went up and looked and said, there is nothing. And he said, go again 7 times. Go up here, go up, do the same thing I'm telling you 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time that he said, 7th number of completion, behold, there arises a little cloud out of the sea, like a man's hand. And he said, go up, say unto Ahab, prepare thy chariot, and get thee down, that the rain stop thee not. And it came to pass in the meanwhile that the heaven was black with clouds and wind, and there was a great rain. And Ahab rode and went to Jezreel. And the hand of the Most High was on Elijah. You see, the hand of the Most High was on Elijah, and he girded up his loins and ran before Ahab to the entrance of Jezreel. You see, miracles. But all from the Most High. Most High get the glory. Look at 2 Kings 4. Now, this is some poison food. Most I said we're going to drink poison and live, so this can't be much of a miracle that we see it right now. He said we're going to drink poison and live. 2 Kings, the 4th chapter, and let's look at verse 38. And Elisha came again to Gilgal, and there was a dearth, meaning a famine in the land. And the sons of the prophets were sitting before him. And he said unto his servant, set on the great pot, and cease pottage for the sons of the prophets. And one went out into the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered thereof wild gourds his lap full, and came and shred them into the pot of the pottage, for they knew them not. So he went out here and got these herbs from this wild vine, not knowing what he's doing. So they poured out for the men to eat. So they poured out for the men to eat. And it came to pass as they were eating of the pottage, that they cried out and said, O thou man of Most High, there is death in the pot, 'twas poison. And they could not eat thereof. But he said, then bring meal. And he cast it into the pot. And he said, pour out for the people, that they may eat. And there was no harm in the pot. And there came a man from Belshazzar, and brought the man of the Most High bread of the first fruits, 20 loaves of barley, and full of ears of corn, and the husk thereof. And he said, give unto the people, that they may eat. See, so you got to look at, even us today. The Most High say, we're going to drink poison and live. And his servitude said, what? Should I set this before 100 men? He said again, give the people, that they may eat. But thus say the Most High, they shall eat and shall leave thereof. So he set it before them, and they did eat and left thereof, according to the word of the Most High. I mean, these things are, well, Mashiach Shai fed 5,000 with, what, 4 or 5 loaves of bread. It's already have been happening. Nothing new under the sun. This is a good one. Second Kings, the 5th chapter, and let's see. This is about Gehazi. It's very important that we see this too, because